Hi, all. Thanks so much for watching Making Healthcare Work for You, Different Perspectives and Empowering Solutions. I'm Stephanie Fields, joined by my co-host, Dr. Apoorv Gupta. And today we are welcomed by David Hoke, who is the Head of Customer Experience and Wellbeing at RightMove Health. Thanks so much for being here.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
So for our one question that often turns into one question each segment, we're going to talk about the future of well-being and the workplace. What does that look like when you combine all of these things? Because there's clearly an evolution of how things have happened, from technology being introduced into the workplace to then the pandemic and everybody was, on Zoom fatigue. So how does this whole well-being and creating a community and managing all of these expectations merge into what the workplace is going to look like for the future and life, really?
Thanks so much. What a great question. So, broadly speaking, we're looking for an evolution, not a revolution, right? So we need to continue to evolve based upon the knowledge that we have today. I would say we reserve the right to be smarter tomorrow. No one's doing something ill-intentioned. But if you think about the workplace of the future, we have a lot of folks focusing on people experience. We have different groups working on well-being. We have folks working on benefits. You have performance teams. How do you bring all those together using the latest science that we know today that drive the best performance? And if we can strip away the labels and you were starting from scratch using all the science that's out there today, you would create a workplace that had some things like this. You would say, we're not going to do 7 meetings in a row because we know when you stare at a screen 7 times in a row, your brain degrades, right? So we're not going to do that. Even more importantly, my vision for the future will be a workplace where you and your leadership agreed on your priorities. And you said, these are the top 2. And then that was integrated into your calendar system. And your calendar was smart enough to know when somebody else tried to horn a meeting in there in the morning, which is my most productive time, it said, nope, no meeting, because that's not a top priority. It would automatically optimize my calendar to protect my time so that I could focus on things that are most important to the business. That doesn't happen today. What happens today is the opposite of that. And so as a result, we get a lot of brain drain that's just dealing with all these other things that are actually causing us to underperform. So the future to me is adopting the science, embracing technology in a way that's best for the person, because when you do that, you get the best performance and best results for the business.
Yeah, I love that, David. And as Stephanie kind of alluded, we can't resist, with that one question. We'll make it a 1.5 question because you're talking about making the best use of technology. And so I can't help but think, what about artificial intelligence? Does that add any other dimensions to this? I feel that that people are just busy, they're overwhelmed, and maybe that this technology particularly has the promise of maybe unburdening people as well to make the workplace of the future more manageable. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think absolutely does. I think we can get scared of technology in that way, right? Because we don't want to be subject to somebody else's algorithms. But if we can turn that AI into doing things like optimizing our calendar, understanding our workflow so that it helps us understand ourselves better, that would be fantastic. And I think that's going to happen. I also think there's great promise in behavior change with AI. So I think we have precision medicine today, but we don't have precision lifestyle, right? So every doctor, everyone says exercise, eat better. We don't know what that really means. I think AI could actually help us optimize based upon gender, condition, age, et cetera, so that we knew how to give better recommendations to people that are more specific, that would actually allow them to be more successful faster. Because what gets in the way of most people is they start something, when they don't feel progress, they get frustrated and they just default back. So I think AI is a very powerful tool for both behavior change and for industry in the future.
Fascinating. Thank you so much. This was fantastic. We appreciate your time.
Oh, great. Thanks so much for having me.
Loved it, David. Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.